Hi everyone and welcome. If you've tuned in today, this is part 2 of my anniversary bash for Craggy Brook Witchery. Now I've put my candle today in some of my charms to try to get some energy going in them so I can return to playing with those. And we'll tilt the camera down and get busy because I did purchase a lot of cards in 2024 to 25. Now this one is a sweet little one called the FF Celestio, put out by Artisan Tarot, and it does come with its own little card, just indicating, there you go, that it's a restoration of the trump cards based on the tarot printed in Genoa, Italy by FF Celestio in 1865. And you can see there in the little writing that it was restored and adapted by Christina Condor with the guidance from William Rader. Now, this is a first edition. It came with one of these cards, and to me, the Two of Coins is what it reminds me of, and usually it has that little swirl going through. This one does not, but I use this for divination. And if you watch one of my other videos from earlier, you'll see how I do that. And this is the deck. So here you have the backs. And let's take a little walk through the trumps. Now this one, to me, I always see this animal here, whether it's a cat or a dog, almost an extension of his leg. And he's got his little head sticking out, almost like it's in a pocket in the back of his pants. And I look at that as a friend on the journey. It is just so sweet. There is our magician. And you can see that there are 4 legs at this table. Some of the tables have 3. It's interesting the way the table's tilting towards us. But I've got to move a little faster, and I'll just invite you to skip through my videos if you want to see a longer walkthrough. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is the lovely trumps from Artisan Tarot. All right, let's go on. I was going to mention too that the candle that I used yesterday, it's only a little thing, and it burned for about a half an hour. And that comes from this company, if I can get it into focus. There we go. They're birthday candles. But my goodness, they're good quality. So I'm loving them. And of course, I thrifted those. Now, the next one from Artisan I wanted to show comes in this lovely box. And this is the Pagan Otherworld. And I love the color inside. It's a very classy box, complete with seal. And that is put out by Usi as well. Now, in that little box, you get some slippery cards, yes, but exquisite cards, just to die for. And if you hear my furnace coming on, I'm in a great big old house, and it sounds like an airport some days, but please excuse. Now, in the deck that you get for this Pagan Otherworlds, you get also the phases of the moon, which is really nice for altar work. And I've been using these cards this month for a 1-card pull, either in the morning or at night. And it is a great, I guess, advisor. I'm finding the illustrations simple, but the words that come to mind. Well, the tower did come up. I was doing that tower video in a tower moment the other day, and I asked a question, and out came the tower. There's our Wheel of Fortune. A really clean, nature to me based type deck. It's exquisite. It's inviting. The illustrations are very well done. I like the echo of the Two of Cups with the rocks merging there. Great death card. There, the furnace just went off again. And look at the Hermit. So I was quite excited to get this for review as well. No, I didn't. My husband purchased this for me for Christmas. That's right. I had to wait a long time after I opened this deck and reviewed it, tucking it away until Christmas. That's correct. So there we go. The Pagan Other Worlds. I was just going to say, one of the things I like about their boxes, when I put the cards in, they slide in, you know, you don't get those ones sticking up and then you're forever tilting the box trying to get the cards down and you damage them. These boxes don't seem to do that. Now this is quite a treat. I got it from Artisan as well. You can see it on the side there. It is the Witch's Runes. I'm trying to get them out. It did come with a Seal of Solomon coin, and you'll see that in my video. You can check back on that. You get 2 decks in here, both the same, and the little book helps as far as, you know, seeing what the creator intended and how to read the Witch's Runes. But then, of course, you break off and you do your own thing anyway. So let's take a walk through a little bit. There's the sun, the moon. I forget what that one was called. Not a big oracle, but everything you need. You know, if you like to read with charms, it's that same sort of tapping into the intuition. And it tells you all about getting the black, white, or brown. And it gives you a little witch's invocation. Hope you can see that. Anyway, so that is the Witch's Runes. And the backs, oh yes, the backs. Really, really gorgeous. Fun to play with. The instructions are in the booklet, and I do, as I say, have a video on that. And for something completely different, the cute Chibi Tarot. Nice, really nice box. You get a great little booklet in it. And this is a deck that is very happy. I really enjoy the backs. Cardstock, really nice. And it does have very much the cute factor. So there's Judgment, Knight of Wands, and I did a full walkthrough of most of the things you're going to see. Isn't that a great 5 of Cups? You can just feel the pain, like, bad day. But then the 6 of Cups. This guy looks quite proud of himself. The Queen of Swords. She's about the nastiest looking one, I think, in the deck. The Magician is gorgeous. The Fool, yeah. Really, really fun deck. And that one has a lot of mood to it, too. It just stands out so differently, color-wise. I could just spend some more time right now with this deck because it's just so darn sweet. Lovely. And that is the cute Chibi, or Chibi, however you want to pronounce it. And I'm looking, it is from Rock Point. And that's a little clip of the back. So, ooh, we got a big flame going on today on that candle. Let me just put this away. I do like to collect Lenormand. This one does come with a little book with it, put out by Barbara Moore and Diana Camerano, and it is a La Scarabeo. The only thing I found with this deck, there's not enough difference, I guess, color-wise and design-wise from the back to the front. I would have liked to seen something a little better done that way. The images are big. It's another one of those decks that you're probably going to be using a 1-card draw or 3 to maybe 9 maximum, depending on how much space you have. This one I really liked. So it is a busy type deck image-wise. Some stand out a little bit better than the others, but that is the dilemma for me. The backs to the fronts. So that is Steampunk Lenormand. This is a very pretty deck. Feels really nice in the hands. Some of the images for me, and this is, should tell you, The Rose Pocket Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And I just find, I'm trying to see if it's Hay House. I think it's Hay House. Yep, Hay House. Okay, I just find that some of the images are a little faint. These ones are pretty good. Some are quite soft. So if you were going to read these, I think for someone, you'd have to have some pretty good lighting and, you know, close contact in order to pick up all the details. That's a gorgeous one. But there is quite a contrast between some of the roses. So maybe you go into feelings with this deck. How does it feel when you turn the cards over? You've got the, you know, the wording down below to help you out. And that is the Rose Pocket Oracle. Really feminine, really pretty. This is a deck I did spend a lot of time with, the Ofrenda Oracle. You can see the authors there celebrating the Day of the Dead. And it is great deck for doing Lenormand with, because it's a good size. And you can see, good chunky book there, color images, lots of information. And this side is English. I believe the other is Spanish. Quite fun too in what it tells for the story for each card. That's the inside of the box. And these are the cards. So the backs are like little candles or skeletal hands. To me, they're skeletal hands. And this is, of course, the flower. And if you ever watch the movie Coco, you're going to love this deck. I found I could grasp other meanings by looking at a full Lenormand spread and looking for the colors that were talking amongst themselves. You get a couple extra gentlemen and ladies, so you can use those on your altar for your ancestors. Really, really nice deck. If you know your plants, you can bring some of that in, you know, and it looks really good in a tableau. And I don't mind the banners with the wording on it. It is just so adorable. And that was the Ofrenda Oracle. Now this one was another one that I got at Winners, discounted. And I must admit I haven't played with it much, but it does have really nice artwork and it's just so different. Hang on. This deck has a really substantial book to it, and it has its own sort of method. But once you get playing with it, I don't think you'll have a problem. I did like the watercolor images. This is the backs. And I should say it's put out by RP Studio. It's just the playfulness, sometimes the twirling of the cards to see all the images. And there we go. Our upside down, but you know, that's what I mean about this deck. It seems to work either way. I can have great fun with the images. There is the back, and you're getting not your typical images for a tarot deck, which is what I like to delve into, or did delve into this year, because I like to expand, hear different voices, get different perspectives, and this deck is one of those that does it. That was a great one for the Death card. So some strong images, playful, lots of white space, simple, but really inviting. So that is the Trickster's Journey, and it's a good size deck, but the colors and the, as I say, the white space and the way the cards just move around, they're quite thrilling. This is another one that was stretching me. I chose the Black Tarot for Ancestral Awakening. Good size box, great book. Some of the information didn't jive with me, but that's okay. Gotta expand. And then it comes in another little box inside that. And I think I was attracted to the really, really rich colors. So this is the back. Really beautiful. And of course, true to my form this week, I keep pulling the Tower card. It is really a thick deck, and it is a little bit hard to shuffle, but it has a peacefulness running through it. And I like the simple blocks of color, some of the new elements that they brought to the deck, the empowering sort of women that are working through the deck with you. That's gorgeous, isn't it? There are some light elements to it, some darks, and some mysterious quality that sort of runs through this deck. So that is the Black Tarot. And you can see the author and illustrator there. And it is put out again by RP Studio. As a gift set, this is a really nice presented box. Absolutely beautiful. Now this one comes in a snazzy little box, but I wasn't able to keep the box lid shut on the shelf. It's just sort of always wanted to prop open, and a little bit tricky for the cards to stay inside. But this one is put out by the Unemployed Philosophers Guild, and it is fun. You get your tiny little white book inside, and then you've got these old-fashioned poster-like images. So these are the backs, and it's quite fun, pretty darn good cardstock. But in this deck, it's going to take you back to the old comics. And I just got to blow this candle out. It has spent. Didn't last as long as yesterday's version. So there's the Death card. Our Two of Wands. They are really, fresh. I mean, it's old, yes, comics and posters and things like that, but it's a fresh sort of deck to have on your shelf versus the typical RWSs. Sometimes, gang, we just got to stretch ourselves and go for the gold, huh? I love that one. I could almost walk into that scene, and I like the artwork on the wall. I wouldn't mind that on my wall. So this is fun to work with. So again, the Pulp Tarot. Now, some people like this deck, the Ethereal Shadow Tarot. Some people have questions about whether it's an AI deck. I can't say for sure. It does come with its a little book, and the fellow does have a very approachable website. And the cards, gold, beautiful gilding, the backs, so inviting, so mysterious. And here you have some of the images, our beautiful Knight of Pentacles. So it really asks you to walk on a different plane almost. Some people might connect, I guess, to these, like if they do lucid dreaming and things like that. They're mysterious. Some of them might be a little bit fear-inducing, but haunting. And I did develop a spread around this deck and explored some more avenues with it. Really enjoy this deck, and that is the Ethereal. And you can follow this person there. There's the little website. Okay, so Where the Shadows Run Free. Gorgeous. Okay, another deck I really enjoyed was the House of the Dragon. And it's put out by Insight Editions, but I wanted to show you some of the dragon eggs inside. Really fun. And another chunky deck, but I liked watching the movie and following along with the cards. So there's the back, reversible, which I like because I do read reversibles. Reversals. So it's got that line cut, got the old world cut, and another deck that sort of tells a pretty good story. So if you enjoy the movie, then you might enjoy this deck as well. Look at that tower. Kind of hard to shuffle. If I didn't say it's put out by Insight Editions, that's your world card. And it has that sort of nice sound when you're flipping through it. And these are the gorgeous dragon eggs. So, another wonderful purchase and a more masculine deck. So that is the House of Dragon. And I guess I'll finish off today with The Little Prince. I couldn't resist this one when it came out, and I did purchase separately another little book with it. And as you can see on the back here, it's a classic tale of equal appeal to children and adults. And it's the story of an airman's discovery in the desert of a small boy from another planet. Yeah, his plane goes down. It has illustrations in it and a little bit more story than in the little white book. Now, this deck apparently was first published in the book in 1943, the year before the author's death, it says, in action. And that's a shame because really what a beautiful deck. Look at the backs. And the little fellow that he meets, he's got this attachment to this rose. So you're going to see a lot of the rose running through the deck. And there is our Eight of Wands, the Lover's card. Again, it's another deck that sort of takes you on a, I guess, internal sort of travel through your world, how you're experiencing it, and then learning about another aviator's world with the Little Prince. You might have some aha moments after you've read the story and played with the deck a little bit. There's some sadness, but it's another book and deck that stretches us. And it brings out that storyteller, I guess, in each of us when we're confident enough to let the words flow. So that is The Little Prince. And you can see here, there's the artists involved. Cute little deck. All right, so I think I'm just going to toss a few coins here. I haven't played with the coins. I was looking at the coins in the deck. No, I'm going to toss a few charms here. Put a couple in my hand and see what we get. Ooh. So I would be saying that there's someone out there with the initial R, and it comes with the heart. You know, trust your heart. I don't know who this person is, who might be watching, but the idea is maybe to open your heart, trust your feelings, and move forward in the best possible way that you can. So everyone, thank you for joining me. And I guess there's going to be a part 3 because there's another bash of decks for me to get through. And I hope we can do it in one more video. Thanks for watching.